Welcome to Conversations with Cornelius. I am your host, Cornelius. Today, you will be engaged, entertained, and educated. Stay tuned. You are about to be CC'd. It is Conversations with Cornelius. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone doing today? Welcome to Conversations with Cornelius, a podcast where faith meets mental health in the raw, the real, and the restorative. Yes, I haven't done this in a while because I always have content to upload, but I need to do this today because yesterday's 12 noon Bible study was so phenomenal. Thank God for those who participated. Thank God for the facilitator. And it left me just baffled on how we wrestle between ignorance and rebellion and ignorance and rebellion, how sometimes we can rebellious disobedience, all of those things. But anyway, I want to encourage you, ma'am and sirs, to get back to a place of study because you're going to have to learn God through your word at some point. In your walk, you're going to have to learn God through your word, and what better time and place to learn God like the now and the present. So let me just post this because I'm dealing with your sin as weakness / your sin as wickedness. And when you're walking in rebellious / disobedience or a disobedient rebellion versus ignorance, where does that bring us? Where does that land us? Where does that place us? So anyway, in each episode, we'll feature heartfelt conversations with pastors, therapists, advocates who believe in Jesus, because we believe in Jesus. We sure do. So we'll have something uploaded for you tomorrow. Also, we'll have some shows tomorrow. So follow me tomorrow. But let's get into this lesson real fast. I want you to see it. Boom. Acts 7:39 through 53. Give or take a few verses. I need you to open up your Bibles quickly. And again, this is Conversations with Cornelius, where faith meets mental health in the raw, the real, and the restorative. Yes, we remove the stigma, we restore the soul. Boom. By the end of today's lesson, and I will teach this in a few parts, you will understand Israel's repeated cycle of disobedience. Like, hey, they was in a space, we're in a space where sometimes you can't default your actions due to ignorance. It's a decision now. It's rebellion at its worst. Yeah, it's a cycle of rebellion. Also, technically identified, this is the big one, privileges of responsibilities given to God's people. Thoroughly apply Stephen's message to today's spiritual accountability. And fourthly, use visual tools to assess retention and understanding. So, I love to teach because that's what it's all about. And I'm just grateful and thankful and appreciative again to be in this space and place. I will upload this to the podcast platform, the Yolanda and Cornelius Show. So y'all get out your Bibles, get out your pen, your paper, and your pad because we have to do a little homework today. Promise you. And this is your question. It's relevant. It's real. It's right. It's only what we need to focus on today. So for those who are watching the replay, thank you for the replay. Thank you for the watch. Tag 10 people in this because I'm telling you, this message really resonated with me yesterday if it didn't resonate with anybody else. Why was idolatry such a common struggle in Israel's history? And then here's your first activity. You think you pay your share. Why was idolatry, and I hate asking why questions, such a common struggle in Israel's history? Listen, let's look at that. Look at that. Let's see. Boom. Why was it? Why was that? Was it ignorance or was it the rebellion? Was it rebellious disobedience? You know, what brought this about? What brought this about? Let me go through that. Good morning, Perry, and good morning. Tell him, Perry, and yesterday was a phenomenal Bible study, wasn't it, Perry? And tell him. Let's just go through this, and then of course, for the next activity, for those who are seminarians and for those individuals who want to look at this from a more textual, critical place, you can compare your Hebrew Masoretic text to your Greek Septuagint, and how in biblical translation, how some things in translation might not give it the oomph and the push that it deserves when we start translating things from Greek to Hebrew to Greek to all of those things. And then you got an opportunity yesterday to discuss why Stephen used the Greek version. Then engage interpretive and textual awareness. That's for those who want to go a little bit more critical with the text. My pastors, the pastor group that I'm in on Monday night, give you something to do. Then you can have, this chart right here, privilege versus rebellion. When you are operating in privilege, and then you have rebellion always woven throughout your privileged behaviors and propensities. What is that really saying? Just working you through some things. And, next question. Was Israel more guilty because they had revelation? Pick sides, yes or no. Then here's your word. If you need a word, just a word to get your Greek and Hebrew off the ground. This Greek. Here's your exit ticket. Where do you see both righteous anger and godly sorrow today? Good stuff. Like when I say this is good stuff, I mean this is good stuff. Here's some of your takeaways from yesterday, and then we're going to get into our mental health piece. Rebellion increases with rejection of privilege. Worship must center on God, not structure or ritual. And when you begin to operate it's crazy. Like when your mind gets so demented that you operating in that space and place where you will justify your wrong. It's no longer ignorance. It's rebellious. It's rebellion. It is disobedience. Also a disobedient rebellion. Yeah, it is. So, let me remove that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Again, it's time to be real and raw. And I got to pull something else up because I really, it was off the chain, wasn't it? Thank you, Perry. Thank you for that. And I need to pull this up, Perry, while they are reading what you have. So I'm just wrestling. I don't know about y'all, but I'm literally wrestling with that. Like, ignorance versus rebellious disobedience. Unintentional sin versus willful sin. Where? And I'm not God. I'm not God. You're not God. But the line has to be drawn somewhere. So I'm landing my plane because I need y'all to go to the podcast and listen to what will be uploaded possibly next week on this particular subject. And remember, it's Conversations with Cornelius where we restore the soul, remove the stigma, restore the soul. It will be real, it will be raw, but it will also be restorative and redemptive conversations always here. Peace and blessings, y'all. Go read Acts chapter 7. Talk to me about ignorance versus rebellious disobedience. seeing without knowing, and then a flat foot defiance. Where do you draw the line? See you tomorrow. Peace.